Viewer discretion is advised. A Witch's Premonition. My name is Claire Matthews, and I'm a witch. My family are, supposedly, descendants of Salem witches, but I think Nana likes to overemphasize our importance. Our coven is solely comprised of our family. We're a rather large family. Our magic background comes from my maternal side. Mom had 5 siblings, and I'm one of 4 children, so we've grown into one of the largest covens in our country. There's about 20 of us. The media loves to portray witches as powerful beings seeking to destroy or restore the balance of nature. Frankly, that's bullshit. We aren't fighting evil wizards on the daily or sacrificing goats. For the most part, we're normal people. My mother's an accountant, for Christ's sake. If we all put our minds to it, we could probably cause some chaos, but we've never really tried. We've never needed to use our powers on a grand scale. Sure, we might will a traffic light to stay amber for a few seconds, but we're not going to curse you or manifest tornadoes. That being said, all of our magic is a little different, and our powers aren't always active. This is probably as a result of generations of bloodline dilution. It takes witches decades to master their powers, and some people go their whole lives never even knowing they're a witch. My sister Tessa, for example, can read minds. Sometimes someone else's thoughts will randomly pop into her head. It has been a bit of an inconvenience because, for some reason, she's best at it when trying to decipher whether someone is lying to her. Suffice to say, she was not happy when she found out I scratched her car pulling into the movie theater parking lot. My brother Nate can control the weather. He once threw a tantrum that caused drizzle on an otherwise cloudless sunny day. See? Small things. I have these little visions. They're tiny glimpses into the future with no context whatsoever. Sometimes they're small, and I can see Mom prepping dinner. Other times they're significant, and I can see Nana fall down the stairs. When I met Daniel, a sweet boy with black hair and ocean eyes, I knew he was going to be an important part of my life. I had seen a romantic moment of us eating pizza and watching movies in bed. As our relationship progressed, I'd get little snapshots into our future together. One of us arguing over the dishes, one of us holding hands in the park, one of us kissing in the shower, a couple of us cuddling on the couch. He was the best thing to ever happen to me. 3 years into our relationship, I told him the secret of my family. He always worried about the faraway look that would randomly cross my face when we were in conversation. He took it surprisingly well. He saw it as another little thing that made me special and different, and he liked to make jokes about it. One night I asked him what he wanted for dinner, to which he replied, "Surely you've already seen us making it," and then proceeded to laugh at his own joke while I smacked his arm in feigned annoyance. But things rarely ever stay happy, do they? Last night was supposed to be the best night of our relationship. Daniel and I were having dinner at some fancy restaurant to celebrate his promotion at work. He ordered us an expensive bottle of wine, and when dessert arrived, he had gotten down on one knee, preparing to pop the question I'd been hoping he'd ask. I was beyond elated, but when I had the premonition, everything changed. I was walking up the stairs of our suburban family house. I looked down to see my bare feet and pajama bottoms inching across wooden stairs. The house was eerily dark. I snuck into a child's room, painted blue and white, with pictures of animals on the wall. The little boy who looked so much like Daniel was snoring softly. I glanced up at the mirror to see an older me, holding a kitchen knife above the sleeping boy. Daniel burst into the room with a look of terror on his face. "We have made the Antichrist." The hysteria evident in my shaky voice. Then I was stabbing down on the helpless child, over and over again. Daniel snapped out of his initial shock and pulled me away, but it was too late. Our son was a mess of blood and gore. He was holding me back and sobbing as I dropped the knife to the ground, and the clink made me shudder. "How could you fucking do that, Claire?" He was crying heavily. His cries were silenced when the mutilated corpse of our son sat upright in his bed, a small grin dancing across what was left of his face. "Will you do me the honor of being my wife, Claire Matthews?" The tears streaming down my face weren't the tears of joy they were 5 seconds prior. They were of terror, and it took everything in me to turn him down and run out of that restaurant. But it doesn't matter anyway, because this morning I took a test, and I'm pregnant. I would like to give a heartfelt thank you to the special friends of the channel for your overwhelming generosity. If you would like to support the channel, the link is below in the description. Also, please send me your stories and poems to duchessofdarkness27@gmail.com. You can also find me on Instagram at duchess.ofdarkness and Twitter at duchessofdarkn2. I want to thank all my listeners for your kindness, your encouragement, and your support. It means the world to me. Thank you for joining me. Until next time.